just turned 7. I believe we are live. What's up, dudes? How was your Thanksgiving? Hold on, I got this extra thing here, and I should probably add an extra one over there. We'll be wanting it. Who do we got here? Funny ass guitar guy. Got David. Got Zach. Got Grind. Got Knees Hurt. Coots. The other man. Does this sound as good? I believe him. Got Jay Schaff and Jeff T. Wendell. Brian Jones. Scott. Chris. Oh. Whoa. Hold on. Hold the phone. Robert Baker? I think my nips just got hard. Look who just joined the chat. We got Nelson. Yeti Matzi. We got Jeff. We got Terry. We got Matt. Grindtone, James, Tony, Coots, Stewart. Terry, 3Gs. We got Dave. I think I already mentioned Knees Hurt. And where am I? I feel like I didn't mention James and Coots and Stewart. Tony! What's up, Tony? And Speaker! What's up, dude? And we got James, Vimps, Matt. And James, 5150. That other James. And John Doe, Yeti Matzi, and Jeff T. Herb of Fireside Studios. And Tony Mack, not to be confused with the other Tony. I got Steve. We got, well, that's everybody. John, there you go. Common side effect, yes. Yes, very much so. Is it cold in here? So Robert, are you going to NAMM this year finally? Can we coax you back, or you out? You still out? I'm gonna be there on Wednesday for most of the day, but Thursday and Friday, and then I'm heading back Saturday. What's up, Zoots? That is grain, a mineral streak, whatever you want to call it. Not Becky. One day he shall return. Thought you might come back this year because Fender's back, Gibson's back, PRS is back. I went last year, and last year was packed. A lot of people there. But those 3 big people weren't there. So maybe that's why it was so packed down on the first floor, because there really wasn't anyone up on the 3rd floor. But this year they're all making a grand reappearance. Am I a Thin Lizzy fan? I don't think I ever owned an album, but I do like the songs. You know? Oh, yeah, God. You get a lot of emails when you buy a lot of crap online for Christmas. You guys starting your Christmas shopping? How was your Thanksgiving? We went out. We went out to a big buffet spread at like one of those sort of like, it's not a hotel, it's like basically a ballroom on a lake. I had my prom there, and my daughter had her prom there. Just saying, it's been around. The guy who is a singer, keyboard player, / saxophonist, one-man band, he was up there. I said, I'm telling you, we've been going there about 20 years, and we hadn't been there since 2016. But we went in like 2006 or something like that, 2008, the first time, and he was there. And my sister asked someone, they were like, is that the same dude from like years ago? They're like, he's been here 22 years. This is 22nd year. I'm like, it's quite a gig. It's quite the boat gig. Welcome to Cool Bro, Curtis. All right, Curtis. It's time. Shame. Shame. Curtis C. Welcome to the Cool Bro. An infinite shame. Actually, there's a new video out. My members know this. I just put out a video, all my acoustics. You can watch that. There's some behind the scenes content for you. That video will go live to the public in about a month. So it won't stay behind locked doors forever, but it will stay behind locked doors about 30 days. Someone please talk you out of buying a Flying V. Dude, to be honest, no one can, because you're buying that V, bro. Just admit it. Just accept it. You're in the denial stage right now. You'll get past it. And then the next thing you know, you'll be buying it. Hold on, let me check my toony woony. I can't stand out of tune guitars. Oh yeah, we're just a wee bit flat. Don't you know? Just a wee. Hold on. That's good. Better. Still just a hair. Better and good. And we are good. Exactly. You're traveling down the river of denial. Exactly. People don't talk other people out of guitars on the channel. They're trying to justify their own stupid purchases. I'm like, no, I think you should get it. I think denying yourself a guitar would be set a very bad precedent. How do I like this neck? I like this neck a lot. You know what? This is probably... I know what to do. I know what I have to do. Just need to find the strength to do it. It's needle time. It's time to break out the syringe. All right, here we go. Going off, yeah. I see what's going on here. We got did I tell you I've been in a cat and mouse war with a squirrel? It's true. Had a squirrel that got up into the house through that rotted, hole at the end of the rafter there that I got to change. And I filled that hole in with steel wool because they hate it. They can't chew through it. They don't like steel wool. So that worked, but the son of a bitch cut a hole straight up into the overhead board. And I saw him going up there. I noticed, I said, what the hell is this squirrel still doing hanging around here? I said, I'm telling you right now, he's got something going on up there. You can't see it because it's so dark up there. So a little flash photography recon mission. Found out what was going on. Waited till I saw him out foraging in the yard. I'm like, that's it. Keep foraging. You little fat bastard. Oh, you're going down. And then I had this great piece of screen. It's like what they put on, like, if you had like an outdoor like bunny pen, you know what I'm saying? It's got to be kind of sturdy so that wild animals can't get to it. Like chicken wire is not strong enough. It's denser than that and more difficult to cut. It's stronger. I had a roll of it. I was using this screening material to screen out loom. And so I got a piece of that. And I got it all up in there using the latest in technology. My old hockey stick. I was able to jam. I'm like, yeah, get up there. Get in there. And got up in there, jammed it all up in there. I saw that squirrel go up and down there about 6 times and then finally go off to a tree. I'm like, yeah, that's right. You're sleeping in a tree tonight, bitch. Goddamn thing. Oh. The doll's trying to kill me and the toaster's been laughing at me. It already sounds better. That's what a little lube can do. Oh my God, so much more in tune, right? That's what happens when you lube the nut. Exactly, evicted. Moose and squirrel, both out. Did I still work in the music store when EVH Music Man came out? That's a good question. I don't. No, I left the music store in '94. To go work for a telephone lawyer. If you called the 800 number, you had like a 1 in 6 chance of me picking up the phone. Steve, I got a TSU Premium this week. Do you recommend Focusrite 2i2 for your audio interface? 2i2 is plenty good enough. I don't think you have to spend more money unless you need the I.O. It's going to work fine. It has an ASIO driver that's going to work fine. I don't think you got to spend more money than that unless you want to do more with it. Like you want to have multiple people plug in and microphones and all that crap. But if you don't need to do that, no, you could even go to get away with the solo, because it has the ASIO driver, and that's the key. But they just came out with the 4th gen, so I'd go 4th gen if you can, because I think they're using the Claret preamps now. It's a better preamp. So I think Claret got a new line of preamps, and we got the hand-me-downs, but it's a better preamp. So, wider range. Never heard squirrels in the wall. Oh, my friggin' wife was like, oh, we heard a mouse in the wall. I'm like, you heard a mouse in the wall? Yeah, scratching over here. It was so loud. I'm like, okay. Oh. First of all, that was no mouse. There's a reason there's the expression quiet as a mouse. You don't hear mice. You know who hears the mice? The cats. But we don't hear mice. You're never hearing a mouse in a wall. You can't hear a mouse walk across the goddamn floor right in front of you, let alone in a wall. Please. That's a squirrel trying to scratch out a friggin' house in there. Trying to make himself a little squirrel den. Damn son of a bitch. See the front of this? Yeah, it's, the paint's, I think, a little too dark. That's blue. I wouldn't say exactly the lightest blue. When they said midnight blue, they weren't kidding. It's a dark and stormy night. There she blows, though. There's also a black and a pink. SFB left a pile of insulation outside the hole where they got in. Well, I heard that upstairs on the second floor was trying to get in on the corner. And I should just get some like bear spray, something that shoots like 20 feet, so I can reach around the window and just spray up there, you son of a bitch. Oh, I cannot tolerate the goddamn squirrels trying to crawl into my house. They've been trying to scrape up there for years. And we cut the trees back, and I thought for sure they weren't going to go up there because, it's a much more dangerous prospect getting to my roof now than it was, 6 months ago when we had a lot more trees right next to the house. I had them all cut back. So I said, I probably won't. You'll see them down lower, but you're not going to see them up on the main roof. There's no way they're going to do it. It's way too high, and it's really tricky, but no, he got up there. And I banged on the wall from the other side, and he took off, and he hasn't been back. But yeah, trying to get in up there. And I went out there one time, and I saw the insulation out of my roof. I said, he got through. So there's probably a friggin' hole up there. He probably got through the outside, got the insulation, but it's all framed in. It's right in the corner. I'm sure there's no place to go. Yeah, if you hear scratching in Australia, it's a lizard, right? For us, it's squirrels. Yeah, exactly, Robert. It's war. It's wah. We probably had fewer when we had outdoor cats because they would probably keep them at bay a little bit. I heard they were putting Vaseline on drain pipes. Still got up, yeah. No, the one thing they don't seem to really like is anything hot, right? They really don't like any Reaper. It doesn't hurt them, but it's certainly an irritant, you know. You do the same thing for dogs, right? If you get dogs peeing in your front yard and there's nothing you can do, you put down what quote-unquote dog mace, which is basically water, like Reaper powder, and something to break the water tension, like a drop of dishwashing detergent or a surfactant that you can just get from like Home Depot. Again, for the same thing, to make water wetter. You just spray it out there, and before the dogs always sniff around before they pee. They come up, they smell it, it's irritating, they just walk right away from it. Again, it's harmless, but it is irritating. But for the squirrels, I'm ready to hit them with a goddamn, 20-foot bear spray. I'll soak that bastard. That's what happens, man. That's what happens. Put his head on a pike out there. Let them all know. Let this be a lesson to the lot of you. Yeah, you put Carolina Reaper. I actually used a little Carolina Reaper, and it didn't deter them. It took the steel wool before they finally. It wasn't enough. At least in the major caverns, because I put it up there and I saw them running out of there like lightning, and I was like, oh, they probably ran into the Reaper and were like, oh, it's irritating, and they're running away from it. But heard them up there again a couple days later, so it wasn't enough to deter them. They figured out how to get around it, and so that's when I stuffed it up there with the steel wool, which worked great until they bore a hole up into the friggin' ceiling. Sons of bitches. That's too hot. More like that. I watched Yacht Rock today. The documentary. They call Donald Fagen. They're like, yeah, we were just wondering if we could talk to you about, the genre. He's like, and what genre is that? He's like, yacht rock. He goes, yeah, okay. Well, tell you what. How about you go fuck yourself? And he hangs up. I don't think Donald Fagen likes yacht rock as a term. I was like, oh dear. 122 pellet. Oh my God, Steve, it's funny you say that. My uncle, used to go, that's what you got a pellet gun for. You just go out there, you shoot the squirrels. I'm like, why? He goes, oh, once they get in your house, it's all over. He goes, you see a squirrel in your house, you just shoot it. He goes, not with a gun. He goes, with a pellet. Like an air rifle, just a pellet gun. I'm like, uh-huh. Oh, thanks, courtesy. Download your 2023 bank accessories, loaded bank. Can't wait to try it out. Yeah, give it a try. It's got some good patches in there. It's hard to remember that. That's a tricky beginning. Do-do-do. You guys see there's some new Kramers. I don't know if I mentioned that. Kramer. Do-do-do-do-dee. There's the new quilts. And the smoked almond metallic with kill switch. You got your magenta burst. I think these are, relatively new. So we looked at these recently. That's not those. I think we looked up until the 1985 one. I know that was pretty recent. We looked at that a couple of weeks ago. Now we're on to these. And I think it's 2 coil cuts, right? One for each pickup. The selector switch, you have your volume knob and a kill switch. It looks a lot like the EVH, I'm just saying. Kind of does, a little bit. No, a little bit. It's nice, though. Be great to, I had the EVH here. It'd be good to compare the two. I like the recessed barrel jack. That's nice. That's like what my my Kramer Pacer has, my old 83 one. That would be period correct. And I think a lot of Ibanez did the same thing, right? The recessed barrel. Which is nice. It's a nice look. Clean. Very clean. Right? That doesn't have the extra bracket on the outside. And what do you got here? There's that one. And then there's this one. Magenta burst. No kill switch. Interesting. Interesting, but it does have the coil cuts. All right. Nicer headstock. Yeah, you could be right. Than the EVH one. Right. Could be a little bit more accurate, I think. And then what else do we have here? Oh, yeah. I think someone was saying they bought one of these recently. They were waiting for it to come in. Because I remember Radiant Red. And then there's a green satin. Oh, Radiant Red. Satin finish, though. I think the other one was gloss. That looks gloss to me. Wonder if they just used the... It says it's satin finished. It looks gloss to me, but I don't know. Right? I mean, you can literally see the bar. Right? No? Is it me? Or are we seeing that bar like a mirror in the front of that thing? Like it says it's satin, but that's clearly a gloss photo. Just saying. They might have their photos mixed up a little bit there. So it's a distinct possibility. Yeah. And Alice Green said, and then this Radiant Red. Now when they go here, gloss finished. Yeah. And what's the other color? Purple Sparkle. Oh. Well, that is sparkly. That is quite sparkly. Like that V I had. But actually the V was blue now that I think about it, not purple. And what's the... are there any alternate colors for the one with the... No. Yeah, so this one has a bunch of alternate colors. Magenta burst, red burst, orange burst, purple burst. What's that orange burst? Oh, you know, that actually kind of looks nice. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty good. How does this look here? Oh, yeah. I'm just going to say, you get something like this, it's wicked classy. I'm just saying. You'll be extending your pinky on all your riffs. Mm-hmm. That's the red burst. I like the other one better. I thought it was more almost like 3D. This is the magenta. Yeah, again, not quite. I mean, it's not. I'm going to say they're very close. They're very similar to each other, but I'm still giving props, I think, to this one. Could just be the luck of the draw on the top, though. What about Perps? How's Perps doing? Not bad. Yeah, not bad. I don't hate it. Of course, you know, Corey Feldman ruined it for all purple quilt guitars. No one can play a purple. He owns that now. He owns the purple quilt. He blew up too high. Good looking fretboard though. Nice and even. Nice. Yeah. So the only one with the kill switch is the gold, and it looks like it's only available in the gold. Are you gonna make me go through all this? Come on. Let's go. Here we go. Back here. Yeah. Smoked. So, sorry. Here I am belittling it by calling it gold. It is smoked almond metallic. I need 3 names in my name. I need a 3-word title. 3-word name. If I started a new band now, I think I'd probably call it 3-word name. It is what it says it is. Oh, yeah. I tell you, I kind of like the... Do you like the oval routes? Or do you like them more... The other one's more like go out at the tab and they're tighter. Right? Like if you looked at like the EVH, that would come down the side a little tighter and then go out to get the tab and then back in again. You like that, or you like the more the open route? Gold, how dare you? That's a 1-word name, bro. Can't be doing just that. And besides, Charvel has a bunch of gold ones. There's a bunch of gold ones out there. It's probably best to even just avoid the G word and stick with smoked almond. Slim taper, rock hard. It's nice, 22 jumbo frets. Compound radius fretboard. Momentary kill switch. 2 Kramer eruption pickups. The 84 HH Alder. Gloss body, satin neck, double cut. There you go. I had heard that they had come out with a couple of new guitars this week. No, that looked like a top mount. Someone was saying it didn't look like floating trim. Yeah. Well, the originals didn't have a route. If you got an old original Kramer, that top was not routed. They didn't route until very, very late. Pretty much under pressure because Ibanez was routing. And people liked the route. So it sort of became a It sort of became a thing. And so Kramer doesn't route. I want to say till maybe 89 or 90, and then it's over. They're in bankruptcy by December of 89. Scott says old Kramers had oval routes too, right? So it does look like they're trying to be period correct. The Gorky Park guitar debacle was the final nail in the coffin. Oh, yeah. What the hell were they thinking? It's like, come on, dudes. Having a Christmas show on the 22nd of December? I am. I am indeedly doodly. I think I need some. There. The vocal line. I think does it have the old style or the new style? It's got the old style. Old style. But I know what you're saying. It's not the 3D block. It's the flat block. That's the OG, though. They didn't go to the 3D block until, I want to say 85. 85. This would be correct for 84. Is a transition from the beak headstock. You got a new guitar. You got a new looking headstock like every 6 months around that period. Did you just buy the Sterling X's? How do you like it? I like it a lot, but it's a loaner. I don't own this. We're just goofing. Listen, we're just having fun here. Sweetwater selling this guitar with a Floyd style trim for $549, 2 colors. That's great. That's good. You know, I'd probably prefer, a Floyd. Just, for the stability. Did I have turkey? I did have turkey. And we went, oh, you know what? Was I so bold as to take a photo to say, like, people might want to see my plate. That's what people like to see. Yeah, you guys want to deconstruct my Thanksgiving plate? Voila. It's a scoop of everything. A scoop of the mac and cheese, a scoop of the rigatoni. You got the mash in the middle with the gravy. You got the peas with the little carrots. You got a vegetable dish here. That is a, like, Mediterranean lime shrimp. A little bit of everything. This is the stuffing, which was actually more like dressing. It was very moist, right? That was in the middle of the bird. Got a little cranberry sauce right here. You got your roasted potatoes right here. That's right. I went with 2 kinds of potato. And then way back here, which you can't really see, is the turkey. And that was it. Anatomy of a plate. And it was all pretty damn good. A little scoop of everything. A little scoop. And, it's kind of place that, kind of looks like that. Now. Oh, yeah. That's from the acoustic video. Mm-hmm. Am I out? That sounds good. There it is. Then we get Tony with Mind Bolognese. Looks to be frank. It was actually really good, a lot of them. And then they also, so that was my turkey plate. I didn't take any more photos after that, but of the food. But I wound up going up and getting a single slice of the prime rib because they had a carving station. So I went up and got a slice of the prime rib with the au jus. And then I was on the dessert. I was like, you know what? That was already a massive plate. And I finished up with that. And they had a little bit of the horseradish sauce, which is like, it's almost like sour cream and horseradish together. And it's really good, though, with beef. And then I finished up with a couple of desserts. I had this they had so many desserts. They had these tables and tables of desserts. And I got like a little, they're all small. Take as many as you want, but they're pretty small. So I grabbed one, a little chocolate mousse one, and a little chocolate flourless torte cake. Chocolate mousse, awesome. Chocolate floured cake, oh my God. It was delicious, but Jesus, it's like eating a brick. Like, that is one dense friggin' cake. After that, I was done. I was like, oh my God, that is brutal. String gauge, I've been using the Ernie balls lately. I either use Ernie ball or Diodario. I got a bunch of Diodario way back up there. You can see an Ernie ball pack, and I think that's clear tone acoustic strings next to it. Right off to the camera over there is a bunch of Diodarios that Gary Davlin sent me. And they've been good because they've been keeping me going. Pick gauge is 3 millimeter. The correct answer is 3. A 1, a 2, a 3. Chocolate flowers cake is almost fudge, yeah. Testing THU2 beta? No, I should reach out to Ilio. When I get stuff comped, it's through Ilio, not through THU, not through Overloud. Ilio, I think, is the American importer. Which reminds me, THU is half off right now. If you've been THU curious and thinking about getting into it, I want to say it's $149 right now at Sweetwater. So you don't even have to go through Overloud. You can just get it through Sweetwater if you want. Anyone have any Thanksgiving raccoon stories? Yeah, we did. We did a turkey a couple years ago. Wasn't that? I'd say about maybe 5 years ago or so. We had everybody over. So it had to be pre-pandemic. Had everybody over, maybe 2017, 2018, somewhere around there. We were doing it here, obviously. And we had no place to put the friggin' turkey after we had eaten about half of it. And maybe 2/3 of it. And my wife put it on the back porch in a tray, all wrapped up in tinfoil. And then she went out there to put something else out there wrapped up. And a raccoon was dragging the turkey down the staircase. She yelled, and the turkey, the raccoon wouldn't stop. She had run down and got into a tug of war with the turkey tray, with the raccoon, each screaming, "My turkey." And eventually the raccoon ran. And I was like, damn, that's risky. I probably just would have let it take it. Do we really want leftovers? THU didn't mention that they plan to upgrade their whole thing if you already have premium. What's the upgrade for free? The only thing I would think the upgrade would be was that they have a whole bunch of like amps in the works, or maybe they have a new like high-res version of their rig system, right? In other words, it's backwards compatible, but now it's, ready for a whole new, and I don't want to throw this AI around, but let's just say the chances of it having the words AI somewhere in it are 100,000%. It's THU 2 AI. Trust me. It's all AI these days. Curtis says he got his through Ilio on sale for $149. Yeah. They when THU has a sale, it seems to cascade down to all retailers, not just at the home base. So when it's $149 at Overloud, it's $149 everywhere. Show you my patch. Let me see if I can get it on this other screen. THU is a little wonky. Is it just me, or it feels like their Windows shell isn't completely accurately coded? Right? A little bit. No, a little bit. A little bit. Because it doesn't really... let me get this out of the way. I'm pulling side components out of the way so you can see it. Should I move out? Oh, no, that's moving in. All right. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this whole thing. But... voila. And some of these are off. So like the The wah-wah is off, but you see it just turned on. Now look, it's rocking. All right, hold on. There it goes. So we can zoom in. I go a Zumba, Zumba, a zoom. So you got your Cry Maybe, your Legacy Octave. The chorus is always on, but it's pretty subtle. It's almost really just very subtle. It's actually acting like a high frequency roll off. You know that old trick. Got your phaser. And then, of course, the stone phaser. Off by a half step. All right. That's the amp. This is an analog flanger. You never know when you're going to need a flanger. Always good to have it at the ready. And then my reverb and delay. All right, wow. Let me move this back. Have this back to where I can see it normally. Yeah, God, it really their friggin' window, their window tech is it feels a little outdated. What are you running there? Windows 98. All right, back to the comments. There you go. Should the phaser go into the front of a high gain amp or in the loop? It depends on the tone you want. It's like everything is more pronounced in front of the amp because the amp amplifies it. So if you want it to sound like 99% of phaser, you put it in front of the amp. If you want it to sound sort of like a phaser, but the amp, and it's more of the amp than the phaser, you put it either through the loop or you put it after the cab, like in this, I'd put it like after the cab in the effects section. So, you know, you got to move it around. So, like, for example, delays, you can't, it's almost impossible to sound like the Edge unless you put the delay in front of the amp. It's just not robust enough. You know, put it in front of the amp, it's like a complete different story on how it sounds. So there it is. That's after the amp. Oh geez, I gotta do that, and I gotta do this. All right. I think it's towards. Yeah. Right. That's before the amp. The same pedal, I'm going to move it after the amp. It's not the same. Versus here. Just in the extra notes. And way more compression. So the extra notes ring out more evenly and longer. Where is it? Here? To here, move this down here. Now I can see the chat again. Yeah, so the thing is that you're used to using pedals in front of the amp because that was all we had for the longest time until the effects loop was born. But before effects loops, you know, you ran everything in front of the amp. You usually got your distortion from the pedal board because you know, that's how it worked. Distortion first, and go through down the line, and then right the wire at the very beginning. And then, you know, distortion, and you get into like your modulations, your delays and reverbs, and then you're finally out to the amp, which just raises the volume. Not a lot of tone from the amp, really. It's all from the pedal board. And then along came the effects loop, and now you could run your timing and modulation effects post preamp and use the distortion in the amp. Into the capture side of THU mainly, I would say it's like 50-50 because dual heavy rig, I mean, I have a bunch of patches I use that aren't, it's not going to come up. Where the hell is it? There it is. Again, their window logic. Come on, guys. Move that over there. And then bring this back. So, like, that's all just regular. That's the behave lead. Dual heavy rig. And then, but this one, that is, That is a rig one. And one I use a lot because it's got good dynamics. So I tend to use it a lot. What am I running for an OS? Windows 11. Ever turn off the cab sims and THU and run into solid state amp for 2 bands effects return? Not really. You know, I usually don't play. The only time I really hear live audio is when I'm running through my little bench amp or like the little Katana Mini, you know, something like that, little Donner or the little Katana Mini. But you know, so I was just asking about that. You know, if I have company over, but not really. I don't really play through amps. You know, I play through headphones. You know, if there were 1,000 hours in a year that I'm playing guitar, 999 are, maybe even more than that, are through headphones. I did, I was going to sell this amp back here, so I brought it out and cleaned it up and was playing through it a little bit. It was sounding pretty good. The PV6505 Plus, but Craigslist won't let me post without giving up my phone number, and I don't want to give them my phone number. They don't like my Google Voice number. And I'm like, well, tough shit, that's the only number I'm giving you. You never needed a phone number before. Why do you need a goddamn phone number now? And they're like, oh, it's to prevent fraud. And I'm like, no. So maybe I have to get a burner phone. The problem is you can't get a minutes only phone. It used to be they charge you like $1 a minute or $2 a minute on the phone. You know, it was like some stupid number. You can get texting and they charge you like, you know, 10 or 20 cents a text. And you'd load the phone up with like $50. And, you know, as long as you were texting people, you could keep it pretty low and just use it. Just text me here, text me here. Keep calls to less than a minute. You'd be fine. And the phone would last as long as you had minutes and, you know, left on it. They don't do that any longer. There's not a single service out there left that it doesn't want a monthly fee. Yeah. Like, oh, it's unlimited this and it's only this much a month, but they will not. There's no more sort of like load up and pay as you go. You know, give me 500 minutes and let me know when I blow through my minutes. Give me 1,000 text, 500 minutes of talk, or 250 minutes of talk, and 1,000 texts. And they're like, no, we don't do that. That's like friggin' over. Yeah, my wife likes Facebook Marketplace, but I'm not crazy about it. I did make one good purchase on there, though, an old Craftsman Yardman that was hard to find. But I've never used it. You can use a Google Voice number? No, I tried. I have 3 Google Voice numbers. And they were like, no, that number's not allowed. How about this Google Voice number? Nope, that one also isn't allowed. How about this Google Voice? They're like, are you going to keep trying Google Voice numbers? I'm like, oh, that's the only ones I'm willing to give up. And they were like, yeah, no, yeah. We need to go to music go round. That place is weird, man. A lot of times I go in there, they have some good looking guitars, but they all have like serious blems. It's like the land of misfit toys. So I just got a new cam, the new DJI Osmo 5. You know, it's the Osmo 5 Pro, something like that. You know, it's basically a GoPro. It's the DJI version of a GoPro. But when I started it up, it said, like, you must connect to the app and register 5 more times. You can start the phone, the camera. Before you're locked out, they'll lock you out of the camera until you register it. I'm like, oh, that's bullshit. And then the app isn't available on the Google store because Google doesn't trust the DJI app. I'm like, oh, this is getting more interesting. But I can get it on the Apple store, and I have an old burner iPad from like 8 years ago that I was able to, I'm just going to use it on that. Oh yeah, they have a PV amp head you're interested in? Yeah. How's the music go around out in it? Crowded. It's a little tricky to walk around in there. Looks like a lot of things go in and very little go out. Exactly, those are tone blems. What is wrong with you? Yeah, we can take a ride out. That R36S might be delivered tomorrow because it got through customs. And usually once it leaves customs and gets handed off to the local company, they're actually in Connecticut. So they're really good at delivering. You know, you usually get it about 24 hours after it gets out of customs, and it got out of customs, I think, yesterday. So it'll get over to the company today, and then tomorrow it might be out for delivery. You know, guitar swap time. Yeah. The only other thing I have close is the Vola. I could switch to the Vola. The blue one. You want to go Vola? All right, hold on. It's right here. Hold on. I'll spare you the clunking. There you go. There you go, right there. It's Volarific. How bad is it? Not bad. I'm impressed. I'll tell you one thing, the volume knob is a million times better than that one. That one's a little tough to turn. This one is like butter. I like a friction-free volume knob. Tone knob, friction it up all you want. No one's turning that stupid shit, but the volume knob, it's got to be low friction. Or it drives me crazy. Vola, it does have a thing right now. I'm sure I have a link to get to Vola down in the description, but if it says 5% off, don't use that. They only accept one code. And what you want is this code here. So don't enter my code. You want the BC, oh, for Christ's sakes. Right, Black Friday something 10. That's 10% at checkout. So, cash money, Black Friday cash money, 10 at checkout. You can get the J-Fro, you can get the T and C, you can get the Oz, the V3. What's your next Vola, bro? What are we doing? This is what I'm playing right now. Surf green, shell pink, cobra blue. That's what I'm doing right now. And as you fall on the ground, it's going cobras. Cobra. Yeah, that's actually the vintage white looks pretty good. Vintage ivory, a little more on the yellow side. You got the black. You got the Fiesta red, which is always a good choice. And then you got the lefties, left-handed. What they're out of is the rosewood fretboard in the shell pink, that fire mist gloss, which is a hot new color, and the Daphne. They're out of stock on those. Everything else, though, they got in stock. I like the Cobra Blue. That's what I'm playing right now. What else they got? So if you take $8.59, hold on, I won't bore you with start menus here. Is this going to start? Where'd it go? Oh, you know what? I bet it's over here. Yeah. You son of a... If you can't see it, it's because some window is blocking it, because some windows can't get moved to the back. They're forced up front. All right. So you got 859 times that by 0.9 because you're getting 10% off. That's 773, bro. It's pretty good for MIJ. I'm just saying it's pretty good. Pretty good. Hold on. You can. The other one I really like is the Aries. These are killer. And an extra 10% off on that, you know, you knock off another $165. So 165 off of 1649 would be 1534, roughly. Less. Where the hell was it? Calculator, can you help me play this call? Well, hold on. We won't do minus. We can 1649 times 0.9, 1484 for the gloss finish. That's pretty sick. That's actually really good. That comes with a hard shell case too. And you're getting full-on gloss. They got the one like I have, the, God, I hit the wrong one. This one, the Brill series. I got the red. Yeah, I got the red. That's $14.39. Do the old calculator. Calculator, can you help me buy this X? $12.95, bro, under 13. That comes with a hard shell case too. I'd go gloss. I'd go flambe. That's just me. The blue though, oh god, that blue is nice. No, pretty good. And the green, but some people don't like it because it's got the open pore. you know. Or you could go big money. You can go friggin' go full Ocean's 13 with the, look at that. It's nice. I want to live in there. These are sold out, so it's an academic exercise, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, I think that is the Godot. I think that's exactly what that is, the Godot. Yep. Which some would say is the best iteration of the Floyd. Right. The Goat 2. That's what I got. I got the Goat 2. I got that on 3 of my Volas. Right? The 2. Yeah, 3 of them. The Aries, and the 2 Blaze, which they don't even make anymore. They don't do the Blaze, right? Blaze up here? No, you can't. They ain't got no Blaze. It's Oz and Vasti, which is basically their tele style. The Jay-Z Fro. But that's not really, you know, I could borrow one of these. I'm sure they would loan me one, and I could do a video on it, but it's just not, you know, I'm not a freaking hipster offset guitar dude. I just not. Never have been. You know. If I got a guitar like that, I would do all, you know, like taps and like Def Leppard riffs. It's like, I got to get like a jazz master and do like nothing but like 80s shred metal. And go, yeah, this is the only thing you buy one of these guitars for. Watch heads explode everywhere. That's kind of harkens back to the old Blaze because of the paint job. Right? The DSC. Because they had a few different places with that paint job. Right? The iridescent. And that might even glow in the dark. I'd have to throw that under a black light. See what's up. Anyway. Oh yeah, that is good. Too pointy to be hipster. You might be a point there. I finally have to tune this thing. Yeah, oh, just a wee bit. There we go, that's better. The output of the pickups in the Music Man are very loud, so I had the input gain way down. I was like, that doesn't sound right. That sounds right. Did you buy a Jazzmaster? Yep, that's it, dude. Forever branded a hipster. You'll never live it down. Never! Volas are sweet. You know, the thing about Vola is that it's made in the same factory that anything under the Fender umbrella is made. Fender, Jackson, Charvel, EVH. If it's an MIJ, it's made in the same factory. The difference is that all the Fender stuff is like twice as expensive as this. And the other brands, EVH, Charvel, and, you know, Jackson, are like 3 times. Right? They're all over $2,000. So, you know, that's where... And Vola used to be up there, too. Because they had to build in the dealer markup. But now that they've gone direct, you know... I mean, they were dropping prices from like $2,200 to $1,400. Goes to show you the dealer markup, you know. Thanks, ZZ. So what else happened this week? Black Friday. You guys get your shopping done? I got most of my shopping done, actually. The best deal was that friggin' iPad. You know, that 10th gen iPad at Amazon. That's like almost completely sold out. I think you'd have to get the pink one, and you'd still pay like $279. You're not going to get the $249. That was only up for, I think, Black Friday. I got mine for $249 because I got it a few days earlier. And I said, there's no way this is lasting. And only one color of the silver had $249. Then the next day, like the silver and the blue had $249, and the blue sold out. Then Black Friday comes, they're all $249. And they all sort of sell out, I think, except for the pink one. The pink one's the only one that was still, I think, available, but the price shot back up to $279. So that was a record low. That product had never been sold for that low of money, that price, ever. So you feel good when you get it at, when it's like literally the lowest price ever. Hit Trump's guitar coming to get a cease and desist from Gibson. You know, it's so funny. A lot of people like, it doesn't say Gibson on it. What are they suing for? They can't get them for counterfeiting. They own the silhouette of the body. They own the outline, the shape, literally a single line drawing of the outside of that body. They own that, and not in a copyright, in a trademark. Never expires. Lasts for so long as they keep it up, and they have no plans to abandon the mark. The V, the Explorer, the SG, the Les Paul, they got shape marks for the outline, the chalk outline of the guitar. When we draw a chalk outline of the Trump guitar, is it a what they would call a reasonable likelihood of confusion if you had drawn a chalk outline of a Gibson Les Paul? Would a person, two people look at those chalk outlines of the body and say, yeah, those look the same? Now, we can argue about the validity of shape marks and whether shape marks should even be a thing, but it is a thing, and they have it. So until there's a change in policy, anything that remotely looks like it, that's why you have to curve the top down, you have to make the horn, right? So that if a precise drawing, you would look at them and say, oh, no, this looks different. This one has a curved, this one, the upper bout curves up and goes down, like my Harley Benton. The point comes up and goes to a much sharper point, and it's shaped different, right? Or it's got something like you know, like this. It's got this extra, you know, wiggly do down the bottom. The get out of jail swoosh, right? But that's all they have to do. It doesn't have to say Gibson on it. There's many companies that Gibson have sued where the guitar didn't say Gibson and they were going for a counterfeiting charge in addition to a trademark violation. So, what's up, Mark? They're all built and sold before the C&D. Yeah, so under trademark law, they could, I forget if it's per infraction, but I believe it's, I'd have to take a look and see what the statute is. Under copyright law, it would be $150,000 per infraction. So you could take the number of units sold, right, and decide you want to collect $150,000 for each unit. Or you can disgorge profits, because sometimes people steal like high-end jewelry, and like $150,000, he made $750,000 off that. I want to disgorge profits, right? But I don't know under trademark. I forget if it's disgorging profits or, right, any money obtained. I forget. I'd have to take a look and see what the latest statute is. See if there's a dollar figure. It could be like $150,000 per infraction, and you know, and or disgorging profits. You'd much rather have the $150,000, right? So whatever's the highest is what you go for. Mark Spitz. Oh my God. Guitar sounds great, huh? We took the trailer out today. It was so friggin' awesome. Went down, took the trailer, had it full of leaves. And I had them all, most of them on a tarp. Just sort of dragged the tarp off and dumped it out. And then there was some more that had to go. And those just got sort of raked out. And then we're ready to go. And we came back up here and we had an old box spring we were looking to dump. and we dumped the box spring up there. They have a special container just for box springs and mattresses. So I threw it in the back of the trailer, dragged it up there, and this went up there. The dude was like, "Oh, you're cutting the line." I said, "I'm not dropping off over at this other section. I'm going up to mattresses." And he goes, "Oh, okay, all right." Stephen Boss and I posted a few guitars on Craigslist, and they did not make me post the phone number at that time. It was optional, really. I'll check again. Maybe they're losing enough, but they don't really make money off of that. But yeah, it's weird. Octave up. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I'll see if they do it, but they seem to have me flagged. I did sell something on there. No problem. And then all of a sudden it was a problem. They're like, "Oh yeah, now we need I put a TV up for sale." And I went to go renew it. They're like, "Oh, we need a phone number now." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't think so. No. I guess I'm not re-upping this TV." Wound up selling it to one of my son's college roommates for almost as much as I friggin' paid for it. I do not have my snowblower ready for this year, and we just finally got, winter showed up. I looked out the back this morning, and the roof of the back of my house sort of juts out on the first floor. Had a big puddle of ice out there. I was like, "Oh, ice! I don't think I've seen ice yet. I've seen frost, but I don't think I've seen ice like that. First time I've seen that." So we were definitely getting colder. And I think we're going to be stuck in the 30s for at least a week. And then it'll probably moderate a little bit. But it's, it's going to show up eventually. It always does. I don't know much about the EX series. I'm trying to remember now. I remember like all the RGs, but the EX, I don't really remember those. I think my last year at the music store was 94. And, I remember in those early 90s, it was way more like about gems and RGs, and especially the RG 550, 560, 570. Those were really, really good sellers for us. Well, thanks, Black Chew Bear. Same to you. Korean made more affordable, yeah. Let me look really quickly. I had a God, so many pop-ups, so little time. I think Guitar Center has finally fixed their friggin' website. It's been a nightmare. I'll say Solid Body Electrics. And then Ibanez. There you go. Yeah, you got to get through it. Ibanez has some pretty low-cost items. You know, I wonder if I can do a... I don't make you sit here and watch it, but I wonder if I can... you watch, it's going to reset every freaking filter. Okay, well, it's showing some items here. Right there. There's the EX. There's like an EX 3700. EX 1700, 3700. No, the 37. It seems like the 3700 was like one of their most popular ones, right? 3700 again. It's all 3700s. Of course, this won't friggin' zoom in. I don't know what it is. There's something. There it is. It's like an anti-pop-up. Still won't allow it to come in. Oh, see this? That's because I won't accept the cookies. They're like, oh, well, we really can't. It still won't friggin' pop up. What a pain in the ass. It shows the icon, right? See that? But it won't do it. This happens on a lot of... You watch. Can I copy? Can I open it? Oh, shit. No. I got to get rid of that, too. It should be a plain home page. Is that going to work? Yeah. There it goes. That works. It works in some browsers. You see all that? That was like all this shit rolling up there going, wait, redirect. A big pain in the ass. They're like, hold on, we're like strip mining all of your data to make sure we're training our AI bot. I didn't sign up for that. Oh, you did. We updated our terms of service recently and you clicked OK. Like, oh, all right. May get canned on the 30th, so no Christmas for you. Yeah, you better prep and just if you feel like the writing's on the wall. Sometimes you gotta get on defense. Yeah, temp job. I tell you, my wife got laid off about, I think it was like 11 years ago. She got laid off, and 12 years ago. It was right before Christmas 2012. She got laid off, and then in like February, March, she got picked up by this temp agency, and she was going to work for this like big company in Boston that I knew of. They were in the same building I used to be in. So I said, oh, they're pretty big. They've got some money. You know, you're getting in with a company that's got, you know, deep pockets. That, you know, and they're on the crazy growth right now. And so she was going with them, and they liked her so much that she wound up getting a job there. I think it was basically temp to hire. But it somehow came up about, like, what she was getting paid. And they found out that even though they had, like, negotiated with the company to hire someone at a higher rate because they wanted a certain level of excellence, and they were really happy with what she was doing, they found out that the placement company was, like, taking a crazy percentage, like a half or close or more than half. And they, like, hit the roof and went back and basically forced the temp company to pay my wife, like, a lot more money. And we did really well that year because she was pulling in, like, you know, like $3 or $4 grand a week, which is, it's nice. You know, it's all independent contractors, so you got to be careful about taxes, but it's still, it's decent. It's decent cash, you know. Just got to be careful at the end of the year. But that didn't last long, and she got a regular salary job, which was not even close to that. You know. And they take taxes out and 401k and health plan and all that, so there were some benefits. Have a good one, Nelson. What's up? Just went to Guitar Center in Boylston today, yeah. Which college did I go to? I went to UMass, the University of Massachusetts at Boston. Which is on an old, I'm going to say, swamp/dumping grounds. Right, I feel like that was a giant landfill at the ocean. I bet if we went back in time, back to like the 40s and 50s, especially the 50s, I'll bet it was a dump. They're like, you just cover it with a bunch of dirt, no one will even know. And there was so much corruption in the building of that school that the guy doing the job wanted to give it to a buddy of his, who was mainly he designed prisons, right? And they were like, oh, school, prison, it's the same thing, but they're not. And it had very few windows, and, you know, it really was just this massive debacle, that whole thing. They're actually tearing a lot of that school down and doing it over because it was such a freaking shit show. Amherst is completely different. Yeah, Amherst is, you know, much bigger campus than, no, I never went to GIT. I went to Berkeley for like one semester, but that was about it. You know, I did go to Berkeley. In fact, I recently found my Berkeley ID. I look like friggin' Son of Sam with those glasses from the early 80s. It was about that time the dog started talking to me. What we're gonna find next year as we become an Amazon-style warehouse, really. Robot overlords. Oh, you're over at Wentworth? Yeah. My daughter's at Mass Art. Is I think across the street, right? use a random phone number and say no phone calls, please email. No, they text that number and you have to verify your phone. That's the whole point of it, to register the phone number. As soon as you do that, they're going to send you a text. Or they're going to call the number and go, 32461. And you got to enter the code to verify. Yeah, exactly. The Clark Griswold glasses, which are making a comeback. They've suddenly gone hipster. They were a mistake then, and they're a mistake now. Is my kid's number? Yeah. I know, the burner phone is the only way, right? Muskrat Love? I gotta think it's a major 7 chord. That sounds straight out of a, Muskrat Love. Boo, boo, boo. What sounds better, THU, multi-effects, pedal, helix? It depends. Some things sound better through headphones than others. I had a friend over here with a Kemper, and to be honest, I thought that Kemper was a little ice-picky, a little harsh. But then when he plays it out through, speakers, even going through the house and through the full range speakers, it sounds better. It sounds more realistic, like it's tuned a little bit better. It really depends on what you're listening to. I like THU, but I do not still have a 540R. I don't think. No, I don't. I know, I used to watch Captain and Tennille all the time. Yeah, what are the chords we can look up? I think Muskrat Love is another song, and they just put the lyrics to it. Now, is Tony Tennille still alive? I know the captain there. He had a heart attack. He passed away years ago. He's been gone for I feel like 20 years now. F sharp minor 7. So that's E minor, so E minor. They doing it here? Where are they doing it? Really? It's a fucking major 7 chord. You can hear it. Yeah, that's a minor over a major. Of course. Son of a bitch. That's what you're dealing with. That's what you're dealing with. He's like, oh, no, it's that chord there. And he writes it as an E minor 7. That is not an E minor 7. That's an E major 7. E minor 7, you son of a bitch. So yeah, I knew it would be a major 7 chord. Muskrat, muskrat, candlelight, doing it right. What did I say to the 2 chord? I'm telling you, I don't even have to know this song, and I know this song. Back to the 1, which is a major 7. It's like basically 2 chords. Shimmy and send me so skinny. And they went, and they twirled, and they tangled. Oh my God! But the 4 chord through the 3 chord to the 2 chord to the 4 chord to the 3 chord to the 2 chord to the 4 chord to the 3 chord to the 2 chord to the, what is this? A major 7. Oh, it's a chromatic passage, so it's. Oh, sure. That old chestnut. I'm looking at them going, there's no way that's right. Yeah, it's in the key of E major. Nibbling on bacon, chewing on cheese. Sammy says to Suze, honey, would you be my missus? It's Muskrat Love. She says yes with her kisses. Oh, a classic. A goddamn classic. It's ready for Mystery Science Theater. And they whirled and they twirled and they tango, singing and jinging and jango. So you wish it was a foreigner level of lyrics. Yeah, it's like Lesbian Seagull. Can't believe I've still got this coffee going. Yeah, Lesbian Seagull. I think they have that written out here. Lesbian Seagull. Yeah, Engelbert Humperdinck. Lesbian Seagull. They're saying it's just C, but I have a hard time believing that. I feel like it's more like C major 7, like you say. These stars so gracefully over rocks and trees and sand. Probably like no, it would be major. It'd be F over D, F major over D. It's D minor 7. Over and gently floating around the land. The sound her making calm. And soon boys respond by singing, Caw, caw, caw. Come with me, lesbian seagull. Settle down and rest with me. E minor, fly with me, lesbian seagull. Going to that dominant chord. Interesting. Ooh. What the hell song is this? Lesbian Seagull? Come on. Mr. Oh God, what's his name? Mr. Van Driesen? Or is that the principal? You've never heard of Lesbian Seagull? Oh, it's a classic. Written by Mr. Van Driesen. And I want you to wow me. Is that allowed on school property? Yeah, speaker. You know, if you're gonna be around this weekend, let me. Oh, you know what? I don't have the new R36S. Wait until it comes in, and then you can come by and we'll do a two-shot. We can give that guitar to our friend, and you can grab the R36S. Yeah, and I close my eyes and I see a lesbian seagull. Was Lesbian Seagull from the series or from the movie? I feel like it was in the movie, right? Yeah, that's right, Terry. I think it's the movie, right? Which you found out later it was Bruce Willis and Demi Moore. They were sort of uncredited, right? I wonder if they were credited at the vinyl in the end credits. They might have been. Do a show of weird song titles. Muskrat Love, Lesbian Seagull. Those are two good ones. Yeah, right? Bruce Willis and Demi Moore. Of course, Demi Moore is in, like, that terrible Master Ninja movie, right? With Dick Van Patten's kid there. He's like the worst actor. The whole thing is just such a friggin' train wreck. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm pretty sure that's Demi Moore. She's picked up as a hitchhiker. And there's another terrible movie that they do, and I'm pretty sure the young girl of the other family, like the neighbor's family, is Jennifer Love Hewitt. So young. All right, dudes, it is 9 o'clock. Time to wrap it up. You guys have a wonderful week. I have at least 2 videos coming out this week. Got a new, of course, Guitar of the Week video coming out on Monday. I got 3 guitars here to choose from. I'll run the old roulette wheel of guitar choices. I'll figure out what I'm going to do. I get some good choices. Let me figure it out. And then I think I have a second video coming out this week. I think I got 2 videos coming out. Probably another one on Wednesday or Thursday. And there you go. And then we'll do it all again on Saturday. So thanks to everybody for hanging out. Super extra thanks to any new members, anyone who contributed. I always appreciate that. And of course, Brofist, my mod squad. Hashtag Brofist. Hashtag mod squad. Hashtag mod squad. Hashtag where is Ben Coombs. Someday, the Christmas show, I'm telling you, it's not going to be the Great Pumpkin, Charlie. I believe in Christmas miracles. And I just think, I'm just saying, could happen. Could happen. You never know. All right, dudes. You guys have a wonderful week. We'll do it all again in a week. Until then, have a great week. And there you go. All right. We'll do it all again next week. And all right. And there you go. All right. Yeah. Hashtag where's Ben Coombs? Exactly. All right. Have a good one. Later.